Hey everybody, this game is called Villagers. It's a fast card drafting game that our group really enjoyed. Unfortunately, our camera ran out of battery during our playthrough, so we only have like the first turn of it, but hopefully that still gives you a good idea of the game. The first thing that immediately strikes you about Villagers is the box. It is very neatly organized, and it has spaces so that you can organize your cards, so that setup becomes very fast, and this is just a really nice perk. I think it's really nice when publishers really pay attention to this kind of thing. Yet, I mean, when you're playing this game, it's really what it is a card drafting game with engine building aspects. I think it was really fast. There was luck in terms of a card being flipped face up. That was what you needed at that point in time, but I think that kind of was mitigated by a lot of strategy in pursuing certain cards or certain suits that would yield better returns in the long run. So there didn't seem to be like a dominant strategy. It seemed to be more like you have you see what's available, you see some of the cards. So these are some of the cards that you might have. You see what's available, and you take what is available and try to craft a strategy around that. So in that sense, every game is a little bit different. So we really like that and a lot of other things about the game. So hopefully you'll enjoy this quick playthrough.
Stack is empty, game is over, and whoever has the most money in the game and wins, okay? And you get money from these little dudes. Okay. They have a little gold symbol.
This is your hand.
Yep. So you get money from your dudes in play, and also the money they have on top of them. So I'll get to playing them in a bit. There's two phases in turn. There's drafting phase. So we go with the first player and we go clockwise.
Drafting phase.
Yeah, drafting phase. So this.
Do you want to be the first player? So
Sure.
Yeah.
You draft 2 plus the amount of
food.
food
symbols.
red symbols you have with cards in play. So nobody has any red symbols in play.
Wait, like these?
Yeah,
Okay.
but keep them on the money side first. Nobody has any red symbols in play, so everyone just drafts 2. You have to draft 2. There's no like up to 2. It's you have to draft 2. So let's say I don't know. Let's pretend I'm the only person in the game. Okay, I take Vulture. Okay, and then what, you replace it from the leftmost stack?
Yep.
And then I replace it from the leftmost stack. Is that
Face up.
Face up? Okay. Place from leftmost stack, face up, and then
Got Cooper.
Cooper. And then now every card that doesn't have money on it is...
No, not yet. That's only at the end. You need to draft another one first.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But let's say you don't like any of the cards down here, right? So then instead he can take one of the ones face down from one of these stacks.
So it's going to be random, right?
Correct.
Random.
But you will have to flip it up to show everyone what you got. You just you don't know what it is when you're getting it.
We have to flip it up?
Because you have to put them face up on your village square to show what you're drafting. It says.
Okay. And these I tell you like what category they're in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
sure.
take a top card from one of the stacks instead of a face-up villager card. Then you draft the card face down, you flip it over and place it face up on your village square for everyone to see.
Okay, so everyone does it.
Yeah. I'm wondering
Okay.
though, it shows it taken from the leftmost, but it says you can take it from a stack. One of the stacks, so I assume you can take a stack.
Any stack.
Yeah. Let's just not all go for that stack, because then that'll end the game way too quickly.
Yeah.
We're in a rush.
Okay, yeah.
If you know you have the most money early, just keep taking it.
So let's say I only, for some reason, my cap is only 1, alright, whatever. And every card right here that doesn't have money on it goes away into the discard pile, and then you replace it with cards from reserve, right?
Yeah. So that is after. Wait, is that
No movies
after
after
all
the-
players
yeah.
are done drafting? So that's not after you're done. That's after like
But
your first player.
let's
So
pretend
everyone.
I'm the only one in the game, right?
Yeah.
Those come out. These ones come in. Cool. Next is your build phase. This is when you play your cards.
Okay.
You're
How do you
gonna
play
tell
your
you're gonna tell everyone how many cards you can play, and then tell everyone what cards you will play by putting them on your little village square thing.
Alright.
So everyone can build 2 plus the amount of black house symbols that you have among cards you have in play
Okay.
at the beginning of your build phase. right?
All right.
So
For the beginning.
yeah, so nobody has any blackout symbols. Everyone
Okay.
can only play 2.
Yeah, but if I choose this card now, I have one.
If you play it, but there's rules about how you play cards.
Yes, there are rules. So let's look at Polterer later. So this little symbols up here is their suite, whatever.
Okay.
That's just a way to categorize.
Okay.
The rest of the rules restrict the suite, whatever. Okay. So this little expression right here. See how it says founder plus Polterer? That means that you can only play the Polterer, the card in bold, on top of a founder.
Okay.
The little unlock thing right here that says carpenter money 2, it means you can only play this card if you unlock it, and this little thing says how to unlock it. So unlocking is a little bit complicated. If you have a carpenter in play, then you take money from the bank, however much money it says from the bank, put that onto the carpenter, you pay the carpenter, and then you get to play this card.
Okay.
If somebody else has a carpenter, you take money from your money pile and you give it to their carpenter. If nobody has a carpenter, then you pay money to the bank. Bank right here.
So let's put the bank like here.
Yeah. Bank's here.
Should we move these back a little bit?
Whatever. Okay, and then these symbols are things that the villager produces. So, produces 1 food and 3 monies during the market phases, and we'll get to those.
Okay.
So then the food means that you get an extra draft per turn.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about I just read is there is a limit to how much you can build.
Yes,
You
it's
can't
5
go up
max.
for 5.
Yeah.
So even if you start getting like
Like
that's the same
20.
with drafting. Even if you go like get 10 food, you can only draft 5.
Yep. So, what else do we need to do before we get
So you explained how those work about placing on
Yes.
top of stuff?
Oh, yes. Okay. Also, you see these little empty rectangles? That tells you how many cards you can place on top of this card.
Okay.
And whenever you place a card on top of another card, the bottom card's text is invalid. You ignore it forever.
But the only way to place a card on top of it is that it has the production line in
Thing.
here.
So
which
you
is-
can't put anything on top of Polterer. It's impossible.
So did you figure out if you do 2 different paths, does that count as the 2 different?
You know, the game isn't clear about that, but in all the examples that they give us,
What is
then it's okay actually.
How do you
See,
win?
You
Money.
win once.
At the end
Oh,
of the game,
money.
whoever has the most money.
Okay.
Sorry, what was this about?
Okay, so you see how there's 2 production chains here. Even though it says only 2, there's like 2 total here.
Well, no,
and
it's
then one right there.
that's only
That's-
that you place directly on top of the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
You can keep placing
I was
down.
confused about that before.
I think so. Like even though this is 2, if you had like one that lets you place another, that lets you
Yeah,
place
yeah,
another,
yeah.
that lets you place another, you can just keep going.
Yeah. I guess it's easier to think about this about how many production chains you can start.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I think it's you have to place it on the thing from the earlier production chain, so you can't just place a Polterer on nothing, right?
Exactly. But there are
This
some
one-
cards that you can't.
Let's
Yeah, right.
replace that with a random card.
Sure.
Wait, was it for that one? I don't remember.
All right. Yes, we took it from the
Yeah.
leftmost, since you always replace from the leftmost. All right, do you want to start us off, at Iron?
Oh, also at the end of the build
Oh
phase.
wait, did you explain these?
No, I did not.
So these are basic villagers. Using these does not count towards your build limit, but you can only do it up to 3 times per turn. The way you do it is instead of using one of your cards to build, you'll discard it by putting it face down back on one of the stacks. You choose any stack, and then taking one of these and building it. These guys essentially just form the base for a lot of the production chains, and you can build. So for his build phase, he could build 2 plus getting up to 3 of those if he wants to discard from his hand for it.
If I somehow had.
So those do not count as your
Yeah.
build.
Correct. They don't count towards your build.
But you can only do 3 in a turn.
Yeah.
And at the end of the build phase, right, there's something to do with food and putting money on stuff.
Let me see. End of build phase. end the build phase. When all players are done with the build phase, check if any players have no food in their village. If you have no food in their village, you have to flip your founder's card over to the other side that has 1 food on it. Once flipped, the founders can never be flipped back to the side with gold on it.
But that wouldn't matter
And
if
then
you had
finally-
placed stuff on top of the builders,
No.
founders, right? Okay.
Finally, the player with the first player card passes it to the player on their left, and the build phase is over. Start the next draft phase, unless a market phase is triggered.
Okay.
So then market phases are whenever that stack is empty or this stack is empty, you trigger the market phases. For the first one, it's after the build phase ends and that is fully revealed. Each player in turn order takes the gold they earned from the bank and places it in their... Okay, so you look at your cards, and you earn as much gold printed on your card. So a founder earns 2, a Cooper would earn 4. You take that much gold from the bank and place it in your supply.
Money pile.
You don't take any gold off of your cards though. And then
Yep.
you also take as many coins as you have on a card. You also take that from the bank and keep it. And then
So if my founders had $2 on him, then I take 2 from the bank and another 2 from the card tags.
Yep. And then after the market is done, you discard the first market phase card, and you continue with the next draft.
Does it tell us anything about putting cards on top of other cards that already have money on them? Or maybe that just doesn't ever come up?
You can
I
only put
assume-
them on here, right? So
No, I'm
I assume
talking
you
about
wouldn't-
paying
I
your...
assume you wouldn't do it because I assume most of the people who are that are like
Or like the end,
level
right?
cards.
Yeah, so whatever. If it comes up, it comes up.
If it comes up, we'll figure it out. So then first market phase. So then for the second market phase, you get the same money from that you would last time. Any gold printed on your card, any money on your card, you get. And then you also anything that has silver on it. It'll usually say you get a certain amount of silver per something else that you have, and it'll explain it in words. And then this counts only for your own villagers, though.
So what is silver?
So it's
Silver, that's
it's extra
money.
money.
It's just extra
It's
money.
just extra money, but it's just you only get it during the second market phase, and it's conditional. It's like you get it for having certain things in your village, not just a flat rate normally.
So the market phases only happen once they're revealed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only happen
So
once.
it only happens twice
Yeah.
in the whole game.
Yeah.
So money is hard to get.
Yeah. What else is there? Is there anything we're missing? I don't think so, right? Oh, at the end of the build phase, don't we put like $1 on everything?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. So that's end of the draft phase. At the end of the draft phase, you look through the cards that are still sitting on the road.
Yep.
Any of them that have any coins on them are removed from the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
and any
Then we replace those
and are
empty
replaced
spots
from the reserve. And then all cards in the road are given 1 gold on them,
Okay, sure. Cool. Cool. All right.
which is exactly the
I am
opposite of how
so
it works
ready
in
for
2-player.
this.
We'll figure it out. Practice game.
Okay, let's go. Going in. No preparation. All right, I'm starting. I have
Yes.
the first player. It is the draft phase first, right? Let's see. What do I want to get from here? I think. Well, I've been talking about the poacher a lot, so I think I'll take the poacher.
And one's replaced right now.
Yes. And then now clockwise, so it is
Okay.
George's turn.
All right. So
Wait. Is it? Oh yeah, we do. I think we do because building you all do at the same time.
and am I correct in that discarding a card to build these is not one of your builds?
Yep, you're
Right.
right. So you draft one, next person drafts one, next person drafts one, keep going around.
Yeah, okay.
Alright?
So if I discard a card to build one,
Then that's not a
It
build
doesn't
action.
count as your build.
But you can only do that
I
3 times in a
need
turn.
this.
You have to put it face up on your village square so everyone sees what's being drafted.
I drafted a Thatcher.
Grocer and harvest. It's almost harvesting season.
It's almost harvesting season.
Alright, I'll take harvester.
God. Alright.
Put on your village square.
Alright. Oh.
So we
Then
replace
put-
one.
Yep.
Replace one.
So,
Damn, 15.
yeah,
Cheesemaker.
so you have to get 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to stack it quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, cheese.
I'm gonna start with blacksmith.
Dog.
Okay. So then my turn again.
Yep. And right now, the most any of us can draft this turn is 2. So
Okay. And so how much? Just, it's always 2.
it's 2
Okay.
plus however much food you have, up to a maximum of 5. But
I think
you don't
I'll
have
take
that
the
food right now
cheesemaker.
because you just drafted it. You haven't built it.
Okay.
That
love
means
cheese.
something.
Graze.
I just like cheese. I think that's what it means.
You come up with this on top of the hair, right?
Yes. And a hare is a basic villager.
Hare, lumberjack, and miner are all basic villagers.
Let me get me some of those.
If you have any questions, there should be player aids somewhere.
I have one here. You have one there.
And I think there's
Okay.
3.
I think I'm gonna grab the grazer.
Do you
So now
Horse
it's your
trader.
turn.
hold up? You took the. Can't you
Yeah.
only stack on top of the hair?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
this is-
no,
this is-
But
it
he
goes
We're in
into
the
my
drafting
hand.
Yeah, this is drafting right now.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
sorry. Can you pass the horse trader right now? I want to see
Hey,
what that
hey,
says.
Yeah, of course.
The horse what?
The horse trader. I want to see what that
Okay.
special is. 3
See around.
gold for every 2 hay symbols you have for the horse trader. That's on the second market. So if you
Okay.
really want horses, that's a good one.
Oh, by the way, the symbols do count for villagers that are under cards. It's just everything underneath the name that doesn't count.
Got it.
Tanner. Just put one of
Yep.
these.
And then I am going to take carpenter.
You religion.
Okay.
All
and then
right.
Okay, wow. Okay, first is already gone.
Well, yeah, because it's double the number
Yeah.
of players and everyone drafts 2.
Okay,
So-
this is gonna go
so-
way faster than I thought it would.
Oh,
Not,
I actually like fasting.
there's nothing to be replaced, so they all just get a 1 coin on them. Yep. Yeah, I thought this
Cool.
was going to be a long drawn out game, but it's going to be done in at maximum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. So
So we're like 6 way done?
yeah.
Yeah,
So now
oh
we-
my
we
god.
Well, no,
pick
we have
these
to do our
up
build
now
phase.
and
So yes,
put
now-
it into our hands,
Correct.
Yes.
right? Perfect.
And now
then-
going in reverse order, we do the build phase.
Cool.
So I start building. I'm going to see
But we're going to be discarding and putting them on top, though, right?
only when you're doing
For these, yeah.
these.
Got it.
So we'll be adding a bit, I guess. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh god, this is this is high octane.
What?
So
We're already 6 done.
I can build 2. Let me just make sure. I'm trying to make sure that it does go the other way.
Horse trader.
Use your horses.
What's the issue?
I'm trying to. I thought I read something where it says like you do in first order during the draft phase and then the opposite order during the build phase, but I can't find that again.
I mean, that makes
You
sense
just
to
want
me.
to go first. Is the oldest profession here?
Because I don't want to say it if I'm like wrong.
Yeah. Is it on the back maybe?
No. Okay, I think it just keeps doing the same way then. So you.
I
Start.
know something reverses the turn direction.
Yeah, but
There's gotta be something.
what
right?
is it?
Oh, 2
it's
players. Okay.
Updating the road in 2 players. That's
Okay, sure. Alright, building.
Or reverses it? Only
It's
two
like-
players?
It's only in a 2-player game. So it starts by you have to say how many you can build, so 2 right now, and then place them on your village square before you build them, just so we can make sure that yes, you're not cheating.
Okay, I will build 2. And these will be the 2 I'm gonna use.
Coulter and Grazier.
Oh, wait.
And I
Okay.
assume you're getting at least a hare then.
Yes. I will be putting one of these people here. And then getting a hare. I can put down the hare. I can put the grazier on the hare. And the poulter on the founder.
But you need to unlock it, right, or something?
Oh, I do, yes. I can't do that. Can I have a takesy
You
backsy?
can,
Nice try.
Takes you backseat for now. It's first game.
I mean, everyone already knew I have a culture anyway,
Yeah.
so.
You could pay money to put it on there.
I
Right?
could,
Like, you could
yeah.
pay 2 gold if you wanted to.
To the bank.
To the bank, yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to take it back.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
true.
you're like stingy, if you think you're gonna get like a carpenter,
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think I actually will pay to the bank for this.
okay. See, the 2 point was useful.
That's true. Okay, yeah.
All right, I am building 2 hairs, and I can build 2
Wait, you have to.
Hold up,
for
hold
hay,
up.
hay stuff.
You have to show those.
You have to
face
tell
up.
us
Sure.
what it is.
There's 2 thatchers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna discard 2
To grab 2 hairs.
to grab 2 hairs and put them down.
Also, the hairs can have 2 things on them, so put them to the side each. You also didn't need 2 hairs. You could have done one.
Yeah. Unless you have like more hay
Okay.
cards in your hand that you wanna.
He does, but you know,
Whatever. Yeah. I guess I'll just do that.
you've got a very hay-fueled economy.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay,
Alright, your
Dennis'
turn.
turn.
Okay, so I can do the 3 mace or no?
Does it say it needs to be unlocked or anything?
No, it's unlocked.
Is it built on top of anything, or is it just straight to free?
Wait, it has a padlock on
Yep.
it. Tell us how you need to unlock it.
Oh, so it's 2. Two of these.
Yo, hold up.
I think that's literally all I can do.
Yeah, let me see.
Well, wait, you can play a bunch of stuff, because you can get any of these for free from the,
Oh,
sorry,
seriously?
not for free, but by discarding a card, you get one of these, and they don't count towards your build limit.
Yeah, okay, so to play
fantastic.
this guy, you need to pay a brewer $2, or you can pay the
Alright, well, I'm
bank
not gonna
$2.
do that.
Okay. You can play 2 things per
I don't
turn.
have that kind of money. Alright.
You can play up to 2 things per turn.
Right now.
Alright, so I guess I'll try to take a hair, right?
Yeah, but you have to discard one of your dudes.
Discard a card, alright.
You have to, just one of these stacks face
Can I
down.
discard? Just,
Yep, just
it
put it
back?
face down on any of these.
huh? And then,
Now, by putting it there, you mean that you know that it's going to be a long time before anyone gets that card now. 'Cause it's not going back into there for a while.
sound good. Alright,
That's an interesting thing,
Yeah.
actually. The
No,
fact
I'll
that you
do
can
that then.
decide when that happens.
Unless we could think it's valuable and therefore take it face
Yeah,
down. That
exactly.
would be the ultimate trick.
Yeah.
this one says you need to unlock it too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I say? So
There's no
the way
lock.
this works is you have to pay a carpenter too because it has it on the middle. I think
Okay.
the top left thing with the locks. I think that means
That means that it is locked. Wait. Or, wait, hold up.
that might mean that it unlocks other things. No, that isn't it. No,
Wait, yeah, why does bed builder...
Right.
Okay, I'm telling everyone I have a
I
bed builder,
don't
but...
know.
Yeah, that's what I'm, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to figure out.
Have a- So
Some
this
time
builder
to
has a
listen to the
padlock.
camera.
15 padlock. So I'm trying to go to the padlock and first unlock it.
Is this a misprint, or is this, like, a part of the game?
Maybe this means you gotta pay the bank? No, no.
I don't know.
Maybe it just gives you the option to pay a carpenter. Okay, let's just pretend that has a padlock on it, because
Yeah.
like, that doesn't make any sense if it doesn't.
Yeah, maybe
I don't see any others that have that.
Here, show the
without having
camera the
padlock.
card you're talking about. Is it
Please
recording now?
explain.
Yeah.
You've
It's
been
kind of
recording,
working.
right?
Yeah, it's been recording the whole time.
Good.
The show.
Yeah, it's hard to see. But
Can you
it's
see that?
small.
There's no lock on that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see any other cards that don't.
We
have
can
the padlock
digitally
in the top
do
left,
that
So I
later.
don't know.
Yeah, okay, let's just pretend it has a padlock on
You
it.
know what? Then can I just forget about that? Can I just put this back?
Yeah, sure.
I'm still gonna get rid of that card, but I'm gonna take a lumberjack. All right, and I'm gonna put that there. Okay, the log raptor, which you need a lumberjack for. Okay.
Okay, so you play your 2 cards. What'd you do?
So I did lumberjack and the log raptor.
Okay. And then, did you do anything else?
No,
The lumberjack doesn't count towards one of your builds.
why not?
Yeah,
Lumberjack,
because so any of these guys don't count towards your maximum build limit. You can only get 3 of these per turn, but they don't count. So
okay.
you can
Well,
play another
alright.
card down.
All right.
what's up with Canada over there?
What is this?
I think you put those down.
Oh, this is the ones I got from there. So I take these two.
Yeah,
Okay, then let me do a harvest of 2 then, right? Can I do that?
It's solitary, so just put it somewhere else.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Yep.
and put them off your village square so then they're in your village. No, off your.
Off your.
Oh,
And then keep the that guy.
Okay.
there you go. Now.
Cool. All right.
Copy that.
Eric's build phase.
All right, I can build 2. I am going to build.
I feel like Eric knows exactly what's going on.
There's one card here that I'm like, I don't know how valuable it's going to be because it would
Right.
be like a very end game card.
Yeah.
The other question is, do I go for? I can't build 2 cards I want to because I also need food.
Quick question. So the silver here, it's produced at the end of each market phase,
No.
or just the
Just
It
the
is
second
Just the
one.
second
Got
one.
it.
Also, just to point out, you notice you don't have any food right now, so your founder
Yes.
card is going to flip.
Yeah.
Okay,
But these produce on both.
correct.
Cool.
I feel like 2 gold honestly just isn't worth enough to keep this guy flipped up.
Yeah, that's what I came. That's the conclusion I made.
At the same time, drafting an extra card would be nice.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get rid of 2 cards. Unless
Now I'm just gonna be drafting a lot of cards.
Yeah.
4.
Got a lot of food.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Like people eat, like yours. Dennis's people eat. Not as
Mine
much as
don't.
mine.
My people are full.
Your people eat what? Your people eat.
One. Eat harvest.
What does the harvester make? 'Cause your people eat like
radishes.
cows and chicken.
Yeah. We're a very carnivorous society
My
over
people are
here.
vegan. For now.
All right.
What are you doing, Eric?
2 cards. I'm going to be building a blacksmith and a carpenter.
Okay.
For that, I'm discarding 2 cards. I'm going to discard them. Starting with this one, get started here. And then this one.
I'm not gonna remember these
Here.
discards, by the way.
No problem.
That's okay.
I'm just doing it for my memory.
Got it.
So in order to take a miner and a lumberjack,
Yeah.
I will then be building carpenter on lumberjack and blacksmith on miner. And that's my turn.
Cool. So we're all done now,
Eric's
right?
gonna get a lot of money. Because we can't pay to the bank if somebody else has a
Correct.
carpenter.
So now if you need anything with a blacksmith or a carpenter, you have to pay me for that.
Ah.
So, end the build phase. When all players are done with their build phase, check if any players have no food. That's me and George.
So we flip over our founders.
Flip over our founders cards. And then finally,
You do not.
first player passes to the left,
Perfect.
and next draft phase.
All right,
Great.
George, drafting. You're drafting 2 people, or 1 at a time.
One at a time, though, right? So I think I'm gonna draft this horse trader,
Sorry, can you read out what the monk does?
and I'll put it on
The monk can be used any one villager in a production chain. The monk can't be the top, last villager of a production chain.
It's kind of like a hare, a lumberback, or a miner.
Well, no, it can't be the Hay or
Right.
Lumberjack Miner because that's the top, but you can be like,
Wait, isn't that the bottom?
Yeah.
alright, sorry, can you read that again?
Oh, okay. So you want to just...
Oh, yeah.
He can't be the last one.
But I think it could be useful if you like.
You're right, he can't be the last villager, so yeah, you can use it to replace anything that you don't have.
Can't be, yeah.
So you could use it like as one of these, or if you say, since this thing goes all the way up to Fromager, if he doesn't have the
Oh,
milkmaid, he can
yeah.
throw it in there. Alright, you don't get 300.
No, I'm-
Alright, now it's your turn to draft one.
Alright.
And right now you're drafting 3, I'm drafting 3, and they're both drafting. You're drafting 3 as 1, you're drafting 4.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're good. Okay.
so I just take...
I actually discarded that monk. I think I probably shouldn't have.
I mean, unless you have something like that, though, it's not the most useful thing. You can get these for any card.
Yeah.
Alright, I take this.
Priest,
I was playing no.
priestly society.
Alright.
Keep him face up on your villager square for now.
Okay.
Locksmith. Two,
Got lock on it.
two
You might like
for each
that.
two
padlock.
for every padlock.
Hey. That'd be good for that'd be good for everyone else though.
Wait, is this for every unlocking a padlock or for everyone who has it? For each padlock symbol. So I don't have any padlocks on right now.
Yeah, so I don't think that's great
it wouldn't
for
be good for me, no.
Yeah, but then you would have to pay it yourself.
No, it would be good for you guys because you get a refund for your
Yeah.
padlocks.
Yeah.
Essentially for paying me.
Yeah,
you get your
because-
2 coins back at the end.
How does that work?
Because let's say
Look what it does, right? It gives you two bucks per padlock that you own
Okay.
at the end of the second market phase. Everything we've seen before, we're paying Eric too. So it's like as if we paid him nothing if we
get a
get the
refund.
locksmith.
I don't
Because
buy that.
you
I mean,
get-
but then we
let's-
still have to pay Eric.
let's
right?
say you get the
Yeah,
you
but
still
we
pay me,
also
but
get
you
the
also
money.
get the money back. It's like let's say you get the Cooper, right?
Sure.
You put the Cooper down, you have to pay the blacksmith 2. I have the blacksmith, you have to give me 2 coins.
Sure.
If you have that at the end of the game, you get the 2 that you paid me. You don't get them back from me, but it's
Get
as
it
if
from
you
the
didn't
bank.
pay
I
them.
get it
It's
now.
as if the bank paid me. So I'm still making money, but you're not losing.
I don't want it.
Well, it's not like it's your pick, it's
I'm
Eric's
definitely,
pick.
well, I'm definitely not getting it.
What does Smuggler do?
Did you pick Eric?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's me. What does Smuggler do?
Earn half of the printed gold value of a villager in your village rounding up. And it costs 2 to the shipwright.
Oh my god.
What's that XP?
That means you discard it at the end.
Oh, okay.
I had a card that would have gone well
Jack
with
on
that.
top.
That would be good for your fromage.
Yeah,
guy.
once you get your fromage,
It would be
just
good.
stick that on.